Good morning. Well, let's head to the shops. G'day, well my name's Jenny if you haven't been here before, and I am an Aussie mum of 16 children, which means every day around here is busy. So I'm on my way down to get some fruit and veg, but before I get down there I thought I'd just pull over quickly and have a chat and a quick update. Lots of people have been asking me about our family member who had cancer surgery recently, and I just wanted to let you know how they are doing. Now, after the surgery, they had to have pathology and blood tests and all those sorts of things and different scans, and it's all come back wonderful. The surgery was successful. They had clear margins, which means they got all the cancer out, and the follow-up PET scan afterwards was also clear. So no signs that it has spread, which is amazing. And they just have to take the time now to recover. They are just concentrating on getting better now, and we're doing anything that we can to help out. But I think God is so good that they have gotten through this, and now we can just concentrate on moving forward. I'm really pleased to be able to share that with you. Also, an update on my hand. I've got a cyst in my wrist. It was causing a lot of pain. I feel like it's a little bit better at the moment. It's still pressing on nerves and causing a bit of pain depending on, whether I'm leaning on my hand and my wrist. But I do have a specialist appointment, but there's a 3-month wait to get into a specialist. So I'm really hoping and praying that it's just going to resolve itself before then, and I won't need the appointment, but we'll see how it goes. The appointment's booked anyway, and we'll just wait out that time and just see how it goes. But I'm coping okay with that. I just keep it immobilized in a wrist brace, and that seems to be helping at the moment, so we will continue on with that. Now I'm just going to go down and get some fruit and veg. I don't have any other outings for the day then, and I can just go home and concentrate on the work that I have to do at home. I'm pretty tired actually. If I sit for too long I'm going to probably fall asleep. I've had a couple of really early mornings where I've had to get up and do some Zoom calls. So yesterday and this morning I was up at 5 a.m. To do those, but that was great all the same. Got lots of information and spoke with some lovely people. What else are we doing? Oh, we got the bus back, which is fantastic. It makes life a whole lot easier to be able to do the school drop off and pick up in the bus a lot faster and a lot more space. So that was good. We did have to get a new gearbox put into the bus, so that was a big process and quite expensive, but that old bus is hanging in there and still working okay. So we'll continue to try and just keep it on the road and keep it running for as long as we can. We did find a couple of splits in one of the big hoses, the big pipes in the motor, so Ray replaced that yesterday. He put a new one of those in, and I think today him and his dad are actually just making sure that everything else in the motor is working well. There's no leaks and that everything's topped up. Now it's really great to watch Ray and his dad working on cars. They have this great banter that goes on between them as they discuss all the ins and outs of the motors and what needs to be done, and I love watching them work on that. And when Ray's dad's in town, we always get a visit from him. He always comes and sees us, and we give him a cup of tea and he helps Ray work on vehicles, so that's always great. It's fantastic to see him. He hasn't been up here for a little while, so lovely to see my dad-in-law. I'm very, very blessed to have amazing in-laws. We just love them to bits. So we haven't done a roast for a while, so I was actually thinking the other day, oh, we should do a roast again. So I think after I've done the fruit and veg, I'm going to go home. I'll show you what I bought, of course, but I think I'm going to put a roast on for dinner tonight. We used to do a weekly get-together and have a meal for any of the kids that had moved out. They would come home and we would have a roast dinner. But once we had the lockdowns and people couldn't get there, and then of course now the cost of putting on a meal for so many people, we kind of got out of the habit of doing that. But I do have some roasts in the freezer, and I can go and buy some potatoes and some pumpkin while I do the fruit and veggie shop. You might just sit down and enjoy dinner together and have something a little bit special. So that sounds like a plan. Let's head on down to the shops. Let's get this out of the way so this tired mama can get home and get everything done at home that I need to do. So let's go shop. Have you fixed the bus?
No.
You think so?
I think I've fixed the bus.
Oh, good.
I think you fixed the power steering side and making the noise. I've bled all the air out.
Excellent.
Okay, and I've shown you and proven to you. Okay? So there'll be no repeat faults.
Okay, that's the way we want it. We want everything fixed and running again.
That'll be beautiful.
Okay.
Righto?
Thank you very much.
No problem. Love you.
Love you too. Now I'm home from doing the fruit and veggie shop, so let me show you what I bought. Now I got 8 loaves of white sliced bread. Now I bought this cake. It's an orange ring cake. Because my dad-in-law is here, I actually thought this would make a nice afternoon tea, and we'll probably have it with another cuppa later on this afternoon. I bought a large pumpkin because we're going to do that roast tonight, so we'll be needing some pumpkin to cut up and put on a pan and into the oven. I bought 3 continental cucumbers, 2 boxes of field mushrooms. Now these are the larger ones, so these I like to put some sauce and toppings on them onto a tray into the oven and do them as a baked mushroom. Now I bought this really large 2 kilo container of gravy powder, and it was on special at a fantastic price, so I couldn't leave that there. And you can actually split this down into smaller containers or leave it in the big one, and you can actually keep it in your freezer, and so it will last long after the best before dates. Now I bought an enormous bunch of silver beet. Now somebody asked me what do I do with this or how do I cook it. So I like to cut it up and put it into bags and into the freezer, so it goes great in any of the casseroles or pre-cooked freezer meals. It's also really nice if you just cut it up, put it in a little bit of water in a saucepan, and you add some salt and pepper and some cream, and you will end up with basically creamed spinach at the end, and it is wonderful as a side to any dish that you are cooking. I actually have some of this growing in my garden at the moment. It's actually growing quite nicely, and I really enjoy it, so I'm glad to have a good supply at the moment as well. Now I bought a couple of packs of meat. This is just some silverside that we're actually going to have for lunch today. And I bought a large packet of ham. This will be for school lunches. Now they also had this jam on special there, so it was 2 jars for $3. So I haven't tried it before, but we're going to try it out. It looks okay, so I'm hoping that it's going to be very tasty, but at 2 jars for $3, that's a good price, so I bought 4 of those. Now over this side of the kitchen, we've got a 5 kilo bag of potatoes. This is a 3 kilo bag of red potatoes, so they're the ones that I like to do the Hasselback potatoes with. I had to buy some more carrots because I was all out of the ones that I bought the other day that I was making the sausage meals out of for the freezer. So yeah, just 2 1 kilo bags there. Snow peas, aren't they yummy? So this is a 1 kilo bag. So I don't know whether these will even end up getting cooked. The kids like to snack on these. Once they know that they're in the fridge, they're likely just to eat all of those straight from the bag. Cauliflower's really cheap at the moment, so I bought 2 of those, and a sugarloaf cabbage. Now 2 smaller lots of mushrooms. These are great in gravy. You can do the gravy with some onion in it and then put the little mushrooms in. That's really tasty. And speaking of onions, we needed some more of those as well. I got 3 zucchinis. I did plant some zucchinis in my yard. This is the wrong time to be growing zucchinis here in this town. I think it's a little bit too cold. They're not doing so well. So I'm glad that I can go to the shop and still get these beautiful big zucchinis. Now I bought a pack of kiwi fruit. They will be for school lunches. Lots and lots of gala apples, again for school lunches, and also the mandarins. And all of these bananas. I also picked up a large bucket of tomatoes. We'll be using some of those for lunch today with the meat on some sandwiches. Now I stocked up on milk the other day, so I only bought 3 3-litre bottles. And now this. Does anyone know what this is? This is a custard apple. This has soft flesh inside it. It's quite sweet. We used to eat them when I was a kid. We used to have them quite a lot. But I was looking at them in the shop and I was like, I'm not sure our kids have ever tried a custard apple. So I bought 2 because they're ripe and ready to go, and I thought the kids might like to have a try of them. This isn't something I would normally buy, but I thought here's the opportunity, why not let the kids try something new? Now all of these groceries today cost me $215.74. Now I'm going to get all of this produce put away and get the roast dinner put on so that we can share a lovely meal tonight. So thanks for coming shopping with me. Hang around while I organise dinner, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless.
new morning with its light, rest and shelter of the night, for health and food, for love and friends, for everything your goodness sends. Amen.